deep inside 50. Shaki comes across. Josh Shaki for the Bulldogs playing in that defensive role with an excellent he releases the ball sideways to Charlie Parker, who's been good form in South Australian Australia, and he puts down the line and finds Charlie Cormac on the broadcast side of the ground. Cormac held up. Does find the shortest side 45 to Nathan Drummond. Good defensive setup here for the Gold Coast Suns. Drummond looking for an option, will go long down the line. See Jamari, you've got Hayden in the front position there with the contest. Great tackle by Sullivan, the captain of Footscray, and we find ourselves with a stoppage on the right half forward flank for the Gold Coast Suns, about 75 metres out from goal. Shaki will be taking the ruck here on this occasion against Ed Moyle. Moyle gets his hands on the tap out on that occasion. We have a contest at ground level. Good pressure it looks like from Davies over the line in this occasion. For another stoppage, we work by Craig Peters for Footscray. Shaki gets the tap on that occasion. Davies with some good follow-up work at ground level, gets the handle of Rory Atkins. Atkins gets the ball to Charlie Constable. Such a promising and prolific possession winner at this level. They find their way through the middle of the ground here, Gold Coast Suns. Go with another deep inside 50. Good contest. Excellent mark. I would have paid that umpire. But we then have another scramble at ground level. Excellent tackle by Sam Day. And we have another stoppage about 25 metres out from the Gold Coast Suns. Goal, 2.5 minutes into this first quarter, no score on the board. Good cut out by Shaki again. Clearing kick to half back. And an excellent mark. The ball's then shifted to the coverage side of the ground. And Jamari Eagle-Hagel with a confidence-boosting contested mark against McAndrew. Spreads the ball wide to Nathan Drummond for his second mark and kick. Finds the inside kick. Again, a considered movement forward here from the Footscray side. Charlie Parker again goes deep into the right forward pocket. Excellent spoil on that occasion. Ball kicked in by Dominic Liendo. We eventually find ourselves with a boundary throwing some 40 metres out from the Footscray goal, right forward pocket. Plenty of numbers around this stoppage inside the forward 50 for Footscray. Ed Moyle versus Eagle-Hagel, the ruck here. Moyle takes front position. Gets the ball down to Davies. Ball spills out. Gold Coast get a clearing kick. Down the line. Good spoil from Sam Day on that occasion. Josh Shaki was in prime position to take that mark. And Sam Day forces a boundary throwing out on the wing. As we said, no score some 4 minutes into the first quarter. Sam Day would be really pushing to get back in that AFL Gold Coast side to support Marvia Chol and Levi Casbolt. Moyle in the ruck again against Shaki here. Great body by Moyle on that occasion. Gets the kick out of the ruck. Again, a good contest by Sam Day there, and we see the ball forced out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Plenty of stoppages early in this game. So far at the Whitman Oval, a beautiful day for football, not a breath of wind. Perfect conditions, the surface is excellent. And we have Moyle in the ruck again against Shaki. Moyle gets a tuck out to the Footscray team able to get a smothered kick on that occasion. Sullivan with the ball, good pressure. Rory Atkins gets a handball in close control. That was Charlie Constable getting the ball to James Pierce. He gets the ball to a dangerous position. Bulldogs able to, great chase on that occasion. Bulldogs player was Sam Darcy in just his second VFL game, but great pressure from the Gold Coast Suns. And Oyar, we have the former Papua New Guinean footballer with a rundown tackle on that occasion. And he gets the opportunity to open the scoring in this game some 5 minutes and 15 seconds into the first quarter. Ball's on its way, looks to be across the face of goal, out on the foot on that occasion. Hayden Crozier looking to take that free kick. It looks like young Darcy may take this out from the penalty kick. Nicely way to kick on that occasion. Umpire plays that mark or a kick that was zone. So the ball on the defensive 50 for Footscray back to young Sam Darcy. conceding ground on that occasion, Footscray. He finds the outlet kick there again, taking Crozier. So plenty of experience. Crozier brings to this Footscray back line. They work the ball out to about 40 metres out from goal. And again, we see the kick wide, looking for cross checking. And Ned Boyle, fantastic body work on that occasion, pushing the seasoned player in Jackie out the way. Great start for Ned Boyle on that occasion. Charlie puts the ball, receives the ball through the middle of the ground, he spreads it wide. Arthur Jones on the defence for Footscray. Excellent agility from Jones on that occasion to compete in the air, then get the ball back at ground level. Cheetahs involved, the ball comes back inside 50 for the Gold Coast Suns. Smothered off the boot back kick. Oh, great commitment on the ball. That may have been Darcy McPherson, the signature effort play from him, and the ball eventually gets to skipper Sullivan. The Bulldogs work the ball by hands up the outer wing. Great contest from two players on that occasion. We had Jez McLennan coming in over the top. Alex Davies, a player, showed so much promise at AFL level this year. He gets involved, his handball smothered, and great commitment from both sides. We find ourselves with another stoppage. Some 55, 60 metres out from the Gold Coast goal, and with 7 minutes into this quarter, still no score from either side. Rory Atkins finds himself handball to Jack Bowes, who feigned, lost the handle on the ball, but still gets a handball wide. Out on the wing, that's Jeremy Sharp, finds the teammate on the handball, just misses the kick on that occasion. Here's a chance for the opening score. Sam Day in prime position. Looked like he was all over that ball in the chance to mark, the ball just flying over his head, and that's the opening score in this first quarter of this game. Gold Coast Suns one behind. This great big score. Hayden Crozier takes his kick out for that. Early in this game. He goes for this side kick. Beautiful kick from Sam Darcy on the occasion. Jared Gilby gets the handball, comes through. Beautiful spoil from Mac Andrews. Looked like he was out of position on that occasion. Ball at ground level, a short kick into the forward line, but it hits a set mark from the Gold Coast Suns. They quickly release the ball out to the wing for Rory Atkins. He's had a terrific start to this game. He finds a free player in Jack Bowes through the middle. Bowes takes a bounce, gives a handball. They've got the overlap number here, Gold Coast Suns. They move forward, the short kick on the lead, and again we find a man whose name is relatively hard to pronounce, but Owago Oya finds himself with an opportunity, a nice lead, hitting up at the ball carrier, and he gets his second chance to have a shot on goal here. Man on the mark, 35 metres out, straight in front, and an opportunity to get some reward for their forward effort. Comes in, a measured run up. His first shot at goal was on the full to the right, his second shot was hit from behind post on the left. So wasted opportunity so far for the Gold Coast Suns, but a promising start from Owago Gloria. And the ball will be brought back into play for Footscray. Short kick on this occasion, finds Nathan Drummond, he plays on, looks for a play down the line. The ball clearing the fence, hitting the terrace, really disappointed with that by Nathan Drummond. And again, the ball's going to come back to Sam Day. No one on the mark at this stage. He'll have a chance for a deep inside kick. Beautiful kick inside. Numbers everywhere in the air. Good spoil by Footscray. Sullivan gets the handball from Crozier. Beautiful left foot kick. Finds Arthur Jones about 25 metres out. In his defensive 50, nice, beautiful kick actually from Jones. It shows so much promise. Finds a teammate on the far side of the ground. The drop mark on that occasion should have been swallowed. Gold Coast player jumps on top, and it looks like we have a stoppage. Some 75, 80 metres out from the Gold Coast goal on the outer side. A beautiful view here of the city on the background. What a picturesque stadium. Another stoppage. Oh, he's made that deliberate against Sullivan. Somewhat unlucky Sullivan there. He was just intercepting the handball. One player said there was no intent to get that ball in play. So the free kick goes to the Gold Coast Suns. Short kick on this occasion finds Jeremy Sharp, the man who's been racking up possessions at VFL level. He kicks off the back foot. Short technique from Sharp on that occasion. It's a turnover and a chance for the Bulldogs to The player of defensive 50. Handballs another great place. That's what shows like ODR again, who is probably the best player on the ground so far in this game. Beautiful kick in the pocket. Once his teammate on the lead, that looks like Burgess. And a chance for him to open the goal for Gold Coast in his first quarter. A really interesting player to watch is Wago Yale, number 47 for the Gold Coast Suns. He takes 2 free kicks for running plays down from behind. You see on the screen on that occasion, Chris Burgess, a tough angle. He pulls the kick to the inside. So on the scoreboard we see Gold Coast Suns 2 behind, leading Footscray gets the score. Takes an aggressive kick down the middle of the ground to Bedendo. Great spoil coming in late from Charlie Constable. He's been prominent early. Bedendo gets a handball there. Fumble by his Footscray teammate John Keller. Had he got the handle on the ball, he was out. Keller would have been streaming inside an open 50. But again, in a high-scoring game in this first quarter, we have another ball up. The impressive Loyal gets the tap out. Good quick hands to the Gold Coast Suns, gets Rory Atkins on the outside, he delays the handball, finds a teammate, I think a little bit over the head of his intended target here. Waits for the work, the Gold Coast Suns player on that occasion. Matt Conroy. Elijah Holland goes on his left foot, inside 50 here, Crozier, slides for the ball, Darcy McPherson at ground level. We have a scramble at ground level, 4 or 5 players pile on, the umpire will have no choice other than to call a ball up. Only 25 metres out to the Gold Coast Suns goal. Willis puts down, takes it out, gets the hit out against the opponent, drops it low, ball moved around, right hand, angle there on that occasion. Now an opportunity to get Footscray. Murray under pressure with the handball, backhand misses that tackle, so gives an opportunity for Footscray to go forward. And second card, and that's walking. Down the side of the foul on that occasion. They go lost the ball, next kick, and get out of there for a little bit of hard work. Checks the kick, Crozier in front, great position, unlucky to get a free kick. Crozier, Sam Davies to the ball. A quick kick into the full forward line, and there's a great mark. Fantastic mark from the Gold Coast Suns. Just trying to pick up the players, Ned Boyle. Really reacted quickly to the scrubbing kick out of the back of that occasion. Like a good forward, he's got some rucking by trade in Boyle. Showed good forward craft that occasion, aimed towards the football game and across the solid hands. With a nice clip across the head afterwards, I think it was Josh Tullo, his opponent on that occasion, and then it'll go back. And the first guy this game. Mid-season draft pick from last year. He's a physical sort of ruckman. Play does a move, goes straight over his head. That's a terrific opening goal from Ned Boyle. Being called, come to the bench by one of his teammates.
Okay,
Cook up. This first quarter, Ned Boyle. Just shows he's got more strength in his bow by going forward and taking a great mark in 30. The first goal of this game, we're 15 minutes into the first quarter, Gold Coast Suns, 1 goal to 8. Footscray gets the score. We have a look at the leading stat winners on the ground so far. Chidas already has 10 possessions. 15 minutes into this game, Charlie Constable 7. Jeremy Sharp up to 7 possessions. The Bulldogs, we have Charlie Parker with 5 possessions already. He's not here with Sam Power, watching some of his choices.
go about it. Goal down against the Bulldogs again. Giving the step mark on that occasion. That's Jet Foggo, I think it is. He shifts the ball wide. With the teammate on the far side, he shifts back in the Hollands.
He brings the ball back centrally defensively to Caleb Graham. Somewhat risky kick there on that occasion. Sandman is good enough to take that mark, finds the free teammate. He looks to take on the way to Hollands. He shows the ball, he finds a free player. On the far outside, goal post managing to maintain. Kicks together here, might use the handle over the top here. Like Jeremy Sharp, Jeremy goes long inside 50. Sam Day comes with the football, doesn't go for the mark, handball. Jack Bowes gets a quick hit, the ball's in the goal square here. Good work by the three Footscray defenders, and they managed to fix the ball over the line on that occasion. The score moves to 1 goal, 3 behind. 9 Gold Coast, Footscray yet to score. The Gold Coast Suns dominating this early part of this game, some 17 minutes into the opening quarter. They're a side here today, they have 21 AFL players in their second side. Footscray had the 10, back Andrew goes to score, the ball goes over the back. Unable to get the hands on the ball on that occasion, it's off the ball. The ball goes out of bounds for Trade. On the half of the flank for the Gold Coast Suns. Goes for the boundary on 65 metres out from the Gold Coast. Goals, Tullo taking the ruck. Footscray on that occasion, pushed out of the way by batsman Roy. Handling back Andrews, and there's another on that occasion with Jared Hill here. Way up into the ball. Rory Atkins gets long, speculative handball. His teammate under pressure on that occasion. Gets a handball out of the hole, and he goes wide again with the ball. Jackie running off with it. And then he gets the defending off in a handball. And Josh Jackie Jerry himself free kicking the umpire saying he's pushed into the back on that occasion. They're not well represented up forward by another Footscray, so Josh Jackie takes on here. Goes backwards. His teammate and his bay, he shifts the ball again back to Darcy, shows a nice thing. Goes on his left foot on that occasion, Darcy. Doesn't think he targets his teammate under a little bit of pressure on that occasion. That was over-grab, but he finds a teammate on the outside of the ground. Had the ball from the Shaggy free kick about 75-80 metres out from goal. And they've gone backwards to the ball, just trying to control possession for a bit. After Jones, pressing jump. Great, he finds the ball. Beautiful kick actually. Charlie Cormack on the lead. He's quick on the trigger on that occasion, finds a teammate about 65 metres out from goal. That's Jared Hill. He gets the handball back to Jones. A deep inside 50 on the first goal! That was Bedendo with a fly. That took away the mark here. Tender find the ball back around. There was a great handball out there on that occasion. And there was a hold, I think it was. We'll get the handle on the ball. Still under pressure on this occasion. One shot on goal. Big Conroy. Did well for him in trouble in the last line of defence. Gold Coast finds himself coming out. Clearing, picking the ball off with the numbers. The handball on a flying shot from goal. That's a terrific goal, but this is out. That's the only goal for Footscray. That was Charlie Parker. Got the handball on that far side, 50 metres out, and as soon as he got the ball, had eyes only for goal, Charlie Parker. And the ball started distance to spare. And a beautiful look at the goal umpire as Benny straight back, seeing the ball go over his head. Charlie Parker gets the opening goal, the opening score for Footscray. As we approach the 20-minute mark of this first quarter, Gold Coast Suns 1 goal, 3-9. And that's the open score for Footscray, 1 goal, 6, a 3-point lead to the Gold Coast Suns. Charlie Parker, the 24-year-old mature age recruit coming out of the Sandford, showing some good form here in the VFL. Known as a tough and rebound defender, but getting forward on that occasion and getting Footscray's open goal. Advances the ball. Tullo versus Moore on the ruck. Tullo gets his hand on the ball. Get a wide kick. Out of the centre bounce. A point bounce here. The Bulldogs on occasion. Hale on the end of that with a nice
Kick inside 50, just a metre short. Gold Coast Suns with a wild handball, a chance for Footscray on this occasion. Could be a handball back to Sullivan. That's a nice kick to the team of the goal. And again, another fly from Dominic Fernando. He put on an aerial display without really completing his mark. That was his second spectacular attempt on the mark. Ball thrust through behind. And we'll see the Gold Coast Suns, not the first time we were training way out of the back half, finding themselves centre wing. Handball on that occasion, the Bulldogs come inside 50. Great kick on that occasion. I think the kick came from Cooper Craig Peters. And he's found a teammate. Not too far out from goal here on that occasion. It might be he gave some consideration, 35 metres out from goal, kicking around the corner, and he made the decision to go back. And this is a chance to put the Bulldogs in front in this first quarter. Kicks on its way, he celebrates straight off the boot. Had the fist pump going before the ball had left his boot almost. And the second goal in a row for Footscray takes the score to 2-1-13. They lead the Gold Coast Suns 1 goal, 3-9, 22 minutes into this first quarter. And on that occasion, it looks like it was Charlie Cormack with the goal. So great celebration from Cormack and good reward for effort on that occasion for Footscray. Gold Coast Suns dominated the first 15 minutes of this game. Weren't able to convert on the scoreboard. They had 4 shots on goal plus 2 set shots that went out on the full. But in this last 5 minutes, Footscray have really got value for their inside 50s. Patullo in the ruck against Moyle. Moyle gets the tap down, gets involved again at ground level. Ewan McPherson for Footscray gets the inside 50 kick. Ugle Hayden against McAndrew. Sullivan gets a handball out. Dancing the light fantastic was Josh Chatfield. He gets a long kick onto beautiful mark. That's a to the Footscray behind post, outnumbered on that occasion, 1v2. But we see the number 54 for Footscray, Charlie Cormack, looking to get his second goal inside a minute. And on this occasion, he's shaping up for a left foot snap around the corner. Plays on. He's done that very neatly. And what a great effort from the Footscray in this last 5 minutes or so. They get their third goal on the board, 23 and a half minutes into this first quarter. Footscray 3 goals, 1-19. They take a 10-point lead over the Gold Coast Suns, 1-3-9. We've really seen a shift in momentum this second part of this first quarter from Footscray. Hayden Crozier leading the Footscray disposal leaders. He's got 7 possessions. Coming out of the back line, Charlie Parker with 6. The ever-reliable captain, Lockie Sullivan, has got 6 possessions. For Gold Coast Suns, Jeremy Misharp out on the outer wing has got 11 possessions. James Cheetus with 11 as well. Bounce down in the middle. The Footscray team getting ascendancy out of these centre bounces. Scramble at ground level. Good handball out. Kick off the side of the boot on that occasion. But a good mark by Jared Gilby, the nephew of Lindsay, I'm informed. He goes inside 50, central position. Great body work on that occasion from the Footscray Talls, and they get an opportunity to put the 4th goal in a row on the board. Bulldogs coaches, well, the Footscray coaches would be very happy with their centre bounce work in the second half of this first quarter. We find ourselves Joshua Chatfield. His opponent lost his feet, went to ground. Chatfield kept his eye on the ball and a terrific mark. And he comes in 35 metres out, only on a slight angle. Has a shot on goal. Just misses to the near side. But all the momentum with Footscray in this second part of this first quarter. So the score goes to 3 goals, 2-20. Footscray leading by 11 points over the Gold Coast Suns. Kick out comes from Bowes from fullback. He goes to a big pack out on the outer side. A falcon for Ned Moyle. Ball went straight through his hands on that occasion. Gets his hands on it again. Moyle, a handball to Rory Atkins on that trusty left boot. He gets a scrambling ball Down towards the half-forward line, Crozier with some beautiful body work, although a great tackle forces a cough up from Crozier. Sam Darcy looks to get the ball out of bounds, and his Gold Coast opponent on that occasion in Malaki Dumas, he takes the ball out of bounds. The ball going to be thrown in 55 metres out from the Gold Coast goal. Josh Shackey back in the ruck for Footscray here. He's up against Ned Moyle, who's had an impressive start to this game. Moyle takes front position, gets a good tap out on that occasion. Joel Garner came through the pack. The ball spun out on the handball out wide. Wow, that was an interesting effort from Mac Andrew, who tried to soccer the ball. Jamari Hagel gets the ball through the middle of the ground, spreads it to Dominic Pedendo. Pedendo goes on the left foot here. On this occasion, Chance Daltree's been involved twice in this passage of play. Great running from him. He gets the handball back to I can't say his name, Pedendo. And eventually, well, that's a turnover kick from the Gold Coast Suns. And Arthur Jones, such an impressive mover he is. He plays on, goes deep. There's a great opportunity. That looks like Shackey on that occasion. Good spoil in front from Rory Atkins, outmatched in that marking contest. Ball comes back. Errant kick on that occasion from Austin Hodge, trying to find a teammate. Rory Atkins involved again. And he shifts the ball across goal and finds a teammate. I've done this on multiple occasions this first quarter. Looking for a free player. He gets Burgess on the lead. He's got great hands and takes off. Finds a short kick on that occasion. That's James Cheetahs, who's racking up the possessions in this quarter. And the siren goes 27 minutes and 20 seconds into this first quarter. Such an interesting opening. The scoreboard shows Footscray, Cormac and Charlie Parker accounting for the 3 goals for Footscray. Ned Moyle in the ruck against Josh Shackey to start this second quarter. And the umpire bounces the ball. Shackey in prime position here, but Moyle makes a good contest. Kicked off the ground by Charlie Constable. Finds Darcy McPherson, who reacted quickly to that. Shifts off the man on the mark, goes deep inside the forward 50. Good contest at ground level. Beautiful tackle on James Cheetahs, who finds the ball at will. And that is a fantastic snap from out of congestion. That looks like Elijah Hollins. And what a terrific start for the Gold Coast Suns. Inside 30 seconds in this second quarter. And the Gold Coast get their second goal to move to 2 goals, 3-15. Trailing Footscray by 5 points on 3-2-20. Exactly the start that Jackson Kornberg and the Gold Coast coaches would have been looking for. Good contest in the centre bounce by Ned Moyle. He looked like he was out of position. Umpire didn't call the bounce back, but they get the ball forward. Kick off the ground. Great reaction from Darcy McPherson, who came to meet the footy. Deep inside 50, which is what Gold Coast have been looking to do, and they get this first goal of the second quarter. We're back in the middle. Moyle versus Shackey again. Better bounce on this occasion. Moyle will get his hands on it. Taps that down to Flanders. The handball goes to Elijah Hollins. Good vision on that occasion. Is that Bowes coming through? Gets the kick deep into the forward 50. You push in the back. No, beautiful mark on that occasion. That's Sam Day. We mentioned him in the first quarter. They've got plenty of firepower up forward, the Gold Coast Suns. And Sam Day using his strength in that contest. I thought Burgess was in the prime position at the back of the pack. He looked like he pushed his opponent out, but Sam Day just taking a step or two back with the flight of the ball, and that's a great contested mark. And he should be able to convert here. 30 metres out, straight in front. Comes in, close to the man on the mark. But you can see by the celebrations, that's a great conversion by Sam Day. And two minutes into this second quarter, the Gold Coast Suns have got 2 goals on the board. First of those by Elijah Hollins inside the first minute. And then a great contested mark by Sam Day. And he converts. Interesting matchup he's got there, Sam Day, up against young Sam Darcy. If you combine their draft picks together, I think that's 5. Darcy a pick 2, Sam Day a pick 3. It's a great matchup, and it'll be a really educational piece of work for Sam Darcy. A light frame body against the strong Sam Day. But the umpire bounces the ball again. Moyle, who's been good in the middle, again gets it forward with the left hand. Handball over to Sam Flanders. Should be a free kick on that occasion. He was held, not paid by the umpire. Good defensive work on that occasion. Strong tackle. That looked like Elijah Hollins again. And there'll be a ball up just outside the 50-metre line for the Gold Coast Suns, far side. Moyle again, Sullivan the captain. Great handball, releasing Bedendo. Gets a long kick down the outer side. Mac Andrews in good position to take a mark here. Umpire calls the chop of the arm. And Andrews goes across the ground back to Jeremy Sharp. Concedes a lot of ground but maintains possession. And he's the man who made a real impact on that first quarter. Away go Paul Oyaya. He finds a short through the middle of the ground on that occasion. That's Reece Nichols. He turns and goes deep. Oh, good use of the body on that occasion. Read the flight of the ball well. He's Josh Shackey. Playing a lot of ruck in the VFL the last couple of weeks. An ugly looking kick, but he should have found Ugle Hagen on that occasion. He gets the handball. That's strong enough to stay up in the tackle. Oyaya, who's been such a good tackler, doesn't get the free kick, but he does get the spillage out. Hollands goes forward. There's a strong contest here, well gathered. Good handball over the top. Darcy McPherson, can he gather? He breaks the tackle. Should be a simple finish from here. And well done, Darcy McPherson. The Gold Coast Suns get their third goal of this second quarter, just outside 4 minutes. They really got the momentum going on that occasion. And I can't praise Hawago Paul Oyea enough. That's his third run-down tackle of this game. Created 3 scoring shots for the Gold Coast Suns. The former PNG international representative having a real impact on this game, not so much with his disposals, but with his tackling pressure. So just before the 5-minute mark of this second quarter, the Gold Coast Suns are on a roll. Darcy McPherson, who's been prominent right across this game, showing composure in the contest, then took his time, a simple snap over the shoulder. Ned Moyle been very impressive in these centre bounces. The Gold Coast Suns working as a team. They've got a great on-ball division here. Charlie Constable, Flanders, Elijah Hollands and Ned Moyle. Gets right over the top of Shackey on that occasion. Sullivan tackled by Moyle. Good follow-up work by the big fella. Sullivan looks back to the umpire and says, how about a holding the man or in the back? Umpire says no and balls it up again. Shackey gets a better position in this ball up. Put early body work into Moyle. Moyle was forced to grab him and Shackey gets the free kick. Looking laterally, he finds a teammate free on the wing on that occasion. That looks like young Gilby. Short kick. Oh, good intercept. That's McPherson again having a real impact on this game. Rory Atkins finds the hands. Elijah Hollands gets his hands on the ball on this occasion. Young Oyar does some great work again. I love watching this guy. Gets a handball out. Could have been a high free kick to Cheetahs on that occasion. The ball in congestion here. The Footscray work it by hand. Misses the kick on that occasion, but the ball goes over the back. Chance Daltrey with a chance. Pardon the pun. Chance turns it over, and Mac Andrews with the intercept. Second time he's gone backwards and across goal, but finds a free player on that occasion. Jeremy Sharp should be on the end of this. Goes for the slide on the knees. Finds a teammate in Charlie Constable further up the ground. A sloppy kick, but Constable good enough to find the handle on that ball. And then James Cheetahs takes a bit of a hit after the mark. Thought it was 50 metres. Umpire says no. He goes back to Jeremy Sharp again on that occasion. They shift the ball right across the ground on this occasion. Gold Coast. Jez McLennan, a great running pattern from him, provided a good option on that occasion. Rory Atkins runs past on his trusty left foot. Goes inside 50. There's that man again. He's been an excitement machine today. Gets the handball up from ground level. Oye, handball over the top of his head, finds Rory Atkins. Good pressure from the Footscray players on that occasion, and the umpire says that was holding the ball. I think he's saying that Rory Atkins just let the ball go as it went out of bounds. And the Bulldogs shift the ball across goal. Crozier finds Sam Darcy on this near side. Plays on Sam Darcy. He's going to have Bedendo go for this. Kept his eyes right on the ball on that occasion. Bedendo, a great mark. 2 candidates for mark of the year he went for in the first quarter. Couldn't take either of them. On that occasion, he finds Cody Rack. Cody Rack then shifts the ball across the ground to Nathan Drummond. They've got a spare player on the outside. Looks like Gilby. Gilby gets the ball, moves forward, kicks low, easily intercepted on that occasion. I think that's Elijah Hollands again, and the Gold Coast will come back the other way. Although Sullivan intercepts for quite a poor kick from the Gold Coast Suns on that occasion. He goes inboard, finds Crozier under a little bit of pressure. Stood strong under the ball, Crozier. Again looking for a short kick on that occasion. It's Josh Kellett. Finds himself in the centre of the ground, far side. He'll look to go inside 50. Great reaction from the Gold Coast defender there, but Ugle-Hagan gets a spoil on. Under the tackle on that occasion, Charlie Cormack shows strength to get a handball out. Well done. Should be a goal coming up here. Oh, the ball at ground level. Good tackle by Mac Andrew on that occasion. I think that was Dominic Bedendo going for that well-known shrug of the shoulders and trying to get a high free kick on that occasion, but Mac Andrew did well to go low in that tackle, and there's a stoppage here. Oh, well done. Is that Ewan McPherson? Great crumb by Ewan McPherson. And Footscray managed to arrest the momentum and get a goal on the board in this second quarter. So 9 minutes into the second quarter, Ewan McPherson, famous name in the Footscray ranks, playing against, I think, his brother in Darcy today. He's a feisty young small forward, Ewan McPherson. Found himself in the right spot on that occasion. A clean crumb and a simple snap-on goal in the end for a goal for Footscray. Gold Coast players will be disappointed in their defensive work at that stoppage. Should have been in lockdown mode, just 10 metres out from goal. But we find ourselves 10 minutes into this second quarter. Footscray now 4 goals to 26. They trail the Gold Coast Suns 4-3-27 by 1 point. And this game is shaping up to be a ripper here, out in the sunshine at Whitten Oval. We have Ned Moyle in the ruck. I think he's up against former Sandford player Josh Patullo here. Moyle's been dominant in these centre bounces. McPherson gets his hands on the ball, fumble. Elijah Hollands goes for the ball again. Moyle gets a handball. It's a scramble here. Davies dives in. It's a terrific tackler is Davies. Scramble for the ball at ground level. Ewan McPherson comes out of that. Darcy McPherson's in there as well. He gets a handball out. Quick hands again. The ball ends up with Hollands. Ned Moyle gets a rush kick forward. Just a shallow inside 50 on that occasion. Darcy McPherson first to react on the left foot. Puts the ball in a dangerous position. Great fly from behind by Arthur Jones. And the Bulldogs with the ball under pressure still. Good tackle by Rory Atkins. Umpire's not going to pay this. Ball held in tight. Good work by both players on that occasion, and we'll have a ball up 3 or 4 metres out from goal for the Gold Coast Suns. We saw Footscray with a goal from a similar position not a minute ago. So what can Gold Coast do here? Moyle takes the ruck. Plenty of numbers around the ball. No one can get clean hands on it. Darcy McPherson. Oh, chance for a free kick on that occasion. Umpire says play on. So I think that's Charlie Parker comes out with the ball. Clearing kick to the wing. Good mark by Caleb Graham. Mark or free kick. Mac Andrews looks to take the advantage, but the umpire says bring the ball back. And this is Caleb Graham. Goes looking for a deep option. Bulldogs players everywhere, and Sam Darcy, that's what you like to see from a young emerging player. Just his second game of VFL. He's showing some nice skills. Darcy goes long to the wing. Jamara in good position there. Strong hands. And Ugle-Hagan with a bit of a slow play here. May shift the ball laterally. Hasn't got many tall targets down the line. But it's going to be Austin Hodge, I think, who has to compete for this. Good spoil by Mac Andrew. Sullivan strong over the ball and gets a good handball on that occasion. Good intercept mark on that occasion by Jed Foggo. That'll give him some confidence, the young Gold Coast defender. He shifts the ball laterally to Jeremy Sharp. He's right back in the goal square. Going to take a short option on that occasion. Just controlling the football out of the back half, Gold Coast Suns. Jeremy Sharp keen to get the ball back. But Alex Davies through the middle of the defensive 50, gets the ball, plays on. Good dexterity by Elijah Hollands. The releasing handball, well done to Jack Bowes. Oye finds the ball 60 metres out, turns on a dime. And a low kick finds Sam Day. He's going to have to kick this from 51, 52 metres out from goal, going to the Geelong Road end of the ground. But they're able to move the ball well. Gold Coast Suns out of their defensive 50 on that occasion. Footscray couldn't get any defensive pressure, couldn't hold the ball up. And Sam Day comes in, slow run up. He'll kick from 51. Ball on its way. It's going to fall short on this occasion. Good contest. Ball, the kick, snap on goal on that occasion was smothered by Sam Darcy. And we're going to have a boundary throw in close to the behind post on the outer side of the ground. Gold Coast Suns leading this game by 1 behind, coming up to the 14-minute mark of the second quarter. Moyle taking the ruck against Patullo. Quick kick out of that stoppage. Crozier ends up with a handball. Stops on a dime. Changes direction of the play again. Charlie Parker finds Dominic Bedendo on the lead, but the boundary umpire comes in and says the ball was over the boundary line. And that'll be a Gold Coast free kick. It will be taken from some 48 metres out from goal. You'd think he'll set this up. He does on that occasion. McPherson's going to have to fly for Gold Coast. A long spoil. Jack Bowes gets a handball to Rory Atkins. Well done, Arthur Jones. Wrapped him up in the tackle. The ball's still loose. Handball on that occasion was smothered. And we see the ball released on the wing. Ugle-Hagan will have to go hard at this. Well done, Gold Coast. Player on that occasion intercepting. Good play by Jez McLennan. Disappointed he couldn't get a handle on the ball, but that's a good result for the Gold Coast. The ball out of bounds. True centre wing on this broadcast side. Charlie Constable comes back on the ground, replacing James Cheetahs. Ewan McPherson free at the stoppage here, but the ball goes over the back. Davies finds the ball, gets a handball under pressure from Jones. Elijah Hollands, good poise in traffic. Oyar coming off the bench. That's as good a change as you'll get. He gets the ball. Sam Day being held behind the contest there. Gets a good spoil on. Hollands, who's been prominent. Again, there's Oyar. Taken hard in the tackle on that occasion. McPherson tackled by his brother, Darcy. And on that occasion, the quick kick going forwards, intercepted by Hayden Crozier. Finds himself in the perfect position for a sweeping defender. He's missed some football this year, Crozier, but they'll be loving how he's playing today. Bites off that inside kick. Should have released the handball a bit earlier, Angus Bay, but shifts the ball across the ground. Again, there's three players. Charlie Parker takes off from the mark, gets the handball over the top to Austin Hodge. He's looking for a nice bounce here. They've got the numbers. Great work at ground level by the Gold Coast Suns. Tackle laid. Hodge gets the handball out. Inside kicking range, maybe. The ball goes to the square. Rory Atkins in perfect position here. Just the sort of work you want to see from a wingman. Gets back in the last line of defence. Kicks the ball out to Corbett, but Arthur Jones. Gee, I like this player. Just a first-year draftee. Ball comes out wide here to Joel Garner. He kicks a dart. There was an opportunity on that occasion for Charlie Cormack. Kicked the 2 goals in the first quarter. Unable to control the ball on that occasion. And the ball goes through for behind. 3 Gold Coast players here lining up to take the kick out. Always nice to pad your stats. Although Bowes chooses not to play on that occasion, but finds McAndrew. Back to Bowes. He's always got great vision with his field kicking. Bowes finds a man on the outer side. Looks like Jeremy Sharp. He comes inside, finds Ball Magnet and Charlie Constable. Constable goes for a tough kick through the middle of the ground, but finds a player on that occasion. They chain the ball by hand. Gold Coast, a deep kick inside 50. A player on the lead. Great spoil by Hayden Crozier against Burgess. Arthur Jones finds the ball, stands up in the tackle. Hollands here on the left foot. That's a great kick from 50 metres out. Elijah Hollands really showing himself as a talent to watch in future for Gold Coast Suns fans. He's really finding some form at VFL level. Such a high draft pick. The Gold Coast Suns took him knowing he was going to have a year out of the game, or close to a year out of the game, recovering from injury. He's really found some consistency in these last few weeks. And he's not far from a AFL call-up Elijah Hollands. And on that occasion, found the ball just inside the 50-metre line. Turned onto what I think is his non-preferred side, the left. Great penetration on the kick, carried the pack and bounced through. So the Gold Coast Suns get their 5th goal on the board. They move to 5 goals, 3-33, a 6-point lead over Footscray, 4-3-27. Just tick past the 18-minute mark of this second quarter. And we find ourselves, Sam Day has now moved into the ruck. He'll come up against former Sturt player Josh Patullo. Undersized ruckman Patullo at 200 centimetres. Shows you how big the other ruckmen are these days. Worked by hands by the Gold Coast Suns. Davies puts the ball out in front of Sharp. Sets him a big task. Well done, Sharp. Great attack on the footy. Bulldogs get their hands on the ball. Plenty of pressure from the Gold Coast forwards. Scramble kick forward. Mark dropped on that occasion. I think that was Matt Conroy. Would have liked to have got his hands around that one. Crozier gets a kick under pressure. Gets plenty of distance on that outside defensive 50. Josh Shackey was the man in the marking contest. The ball shifts out. Handball out to Shackey. He feeds that over on that occasion to Austin Hodge. Great contest from both players on that occasion. Gold Coast with the numbers at ground level. They shift the ball again. Mac Andrews gets the ball to Charlie Constable. He knew where he wanted that ball to go. He was going backwards. Jed Foggo with the ball. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Sam Day tackled on that occasion. He gets a handball away. Davies under the pressure. He gets a half a handball. Mac Andrews with the kick off the ground. O'Yea for the first time today doesn't take it cleanly. And Charlie Parker on that occasion gets the ball out. And Footscray with a chance to go inside 50. Great pressure, or great protection from behind on that occasion. I didn't think that was a free kick, but the umpire said he was illegally shifted or blocked out of the contest. And I think that's Foggo with the free kick, finds Mac Andrew. Not far out from goal. His short kick finds Rory Atkins on the left foot. Always likes to go inside and finds Charlie Constable on this occasion. He's got an option in the middle of the ground if you can see this, but doesn't on this occasion. I think that was Davies. Goes for the short kick, but that's easily intercepted. On that occasion, the Bulldogs go long through Nathan Drummond. 2-on-1 in the marking contest. Good leap on that occasion, gets the ball to ground level. Bedendo, he's wrapped up in a tackle. And the advantage taken on this occasion by Reece Nichols. He gets the handball over the top to Sam Day. He blasts the ball long. Burgess in prime position. And it was the umpire out of zone who said that was an unrealistic attempt. And the free kick on that occasion went to Cody Rack. The game opening up late in this second quarter. That's Parker looking for Shackey on the half-forward flank. Good spoil on that occasion. Gold Coast with the numbers back here. Jack Bowes, always good in this occasion, shows good poise. We're in that position. Finds Alex Davies. He's going to go wide. Davies, he's been a great performer at AFL level this year. Player to watch in future. Just sleight of build with a great attack on the ball. Jeremy Sharp goes long down the line. Sam Day going backing backward. Didn't know the pressure that was coming, but stood strong under the ball. Sam Day goes inside 50. Great kick, great weight on that kick. Finds James Cheetahs. Cheetahs is man on the marks, 40 metres out. He's going to look for the short kick. And he finds Rory Atkins on the lead inside 50 here. Just 25 metres out from goal, the man on the mark. Rory Atkins, a left footer. Wrong side for a left footer, but shouldn't pose too many problems. Rory Atkins finding himself involved in the defensive goal square. Just a minute or two ago, and his work rate finds himself now with a shot on goal. Came across on a 4-year deal to the Gold Coast Suns. Don't think they'd expect him to be playing at VFL level. But such is the depth of talent they've got at the moment, and perhaps a reflection on Atkins' form. He comes in. That's a poor kick by Rory Atkins. Ball only travelled 35 metres and out of bounds on the full. So an opportunity miss there for the Gold Coast Suns. Still a 6-point lead to the Gold Coast Suns. 22 minutes into this second quarter. Footscray with the free kick here. They're looking to change direction. Player will be forced to come long down the line. Patullo and Shackey the targets. Patullo gets a fist into the ball from the front position. Parker gets a handball. Move the ball well. A scrubby kick forward here. Caleb Graham will be the first player onto this. Moyle under pressure gets a handball to Elijah Hollands. Ewan McPherson fighting hard at ground level. Hollands with a tackle over the top, and we'll have a stoppage. Out on this broadcast wing, Patullo v Moyle in the ruck. Patullo pushes his opponent under the ball. A quick kick forward for Footscray, running onto the ball on this occasion. That's Chance Daltrey. He takes his chance, gets a handball back to McPherson. Ugle-Hagan gets into the front position for the marking contest. The ball scrambles at ground level. Well done, Davies. Stood up in a tackle, gets a handball to the outside. That's Flanders who runs onto the ball. A long handball. How many times have we called the McPherson brothers in a contest with each other? And again on that occasion, Ewan v Darcy. There's no love lost between those two. Would be going back to the days in the backyard. Quick kick out of the stoppage from Davies on that occasion. Sam Darcy, eyes into the sun on that occasion. Burgess gets a handball to Flanders. Good body strength on that occasion. Elijah Hollands, who was spoken about being prominent in this second quarter, but his kick under pressure finds itself out of bounds on the full, or are the umpires coming in? Umpires come in for a conference. The field umpire says the ball was touched off the boot and we'll have a boundary throw in on this occasion. Jeremy Sharp leading all comers on the ground with 18 possessions. Charlie Constable quietly sneaking up to 17 along with James Cheetahs. So midfielders for Gold Coast getting their hands on the ball. McPherson goes in. Umpire says he copped one high and McPherson will go back. He looks for Crozier through the middle of the ground. The kick doesn't hit the target. Crozier gets a handball. Patullo Hollands intercepts on that occasion. Good tackle by Davies, but the Footscray team still able to get the ball out by hands here. Neat kick inside 50, but Caleb Graham, it looks like on that occasion. Not Caleb Graham. It's Charlie Constable with the intercept mark. Left foot kick deep inside the forward 50 for Gold Coast. Goes over the back. Darcy set the task here. Oh, well done. That's going to come back. No! Didn't get to use a friendly roll on that occasion was Matt Conroy. Competed well at ground level. Darcy not able to hold up in the contest. And unfortunately didn't get the right hand or the off break that he was looking for. So 5 goals for 34. Gold Coast go out to a 7-point lead in this second quarter. 25 minutes in. Atkins with the ball at ground level. Out of bounds we'll have a throw in. He thinks it was out on the full, Rory Atkins. But the umpire says no, it was touched. Good defensive work by Charlie Parker, an impressive player for Footscray. Boundary throwing comes in. Moyle in front position, gets the tap. McPherson over the ball again. Tackled on that occasion. Is that Sam Flanders with the tackle over the top, and we'll have a secondary stoppage here in the forward 50 for Gold Coast. Patullo v Moyle, they'll look to take advantage of this. Great tap by Moyle, gets it to Holland. Ball scrambles at ground level. Gilby held up in the tackle, gets a handball out. On that occasion, we have Brummel Hugo. Ball cleared to the centre wing on this occasion. Caleb Graham with his eyes only for the ball. They've got a chance out the back here. Josh Shackey. Ball just needed to carry beyond Shackey. He would have run on for an easy shot at goal, but the leading possession winner on the ground, Jeremy Sharp, with his 19th possession. Rory Atkins, he would have liked to have competed better under that ball, Atkins. At ground level, he follows up, lays the tackle, and we have a boundary throw in on this broadcast side of the ground, about 85 metres out, maybe 80 metres from the Gold Coast goal. Ned Moyle in the ruck here, setting way back from where this boundary throw-in is going to land. Patullo reacts best. Gets a scrubby kick off the ground on that occasion. Coming to meet the ball. Well done on that occasion at ground level by Footscray. A fumble from the Gold Coast player, but they chain the ball out. That was Reece Nichols to Charlie Constable. Finds Jeremy Sharp, who has a love for sliding on his knees for those chest marks. That's the second time today he's done that. And he finds a teammate in Darcy McPherson. True centre wing out of side of the ground. Comes back inside to Jez McLennan. He's looking forward for movement. Burgess with a half a lead. Continues that lead now. Oh, an excellent stretch and mark by Burgess. Almost tunnelled under the ball. McPherson thinking he can play on, but you can't play on from a mark. And Burgess recovers quickly. Hits it to that hot spot. Conroy leading out. Good spoil and contest by Sam Darcy. Move it by hands. Oh, how's the shot on goal? My favourite player out there today, Awego Paul Oye, And he has a flying shot on goal, but can only bring up one behind. So having a nice period of momentum here, the Gold Coast Suns. Ball trapped in their front half. They go to 5 goals, 35, 8-point leaders over Footscray. 4 goals, 27, 28 minutes into this second quarter. We see the 2 high draft picks in Sam Darcy and Mac Andrew locking up in that marking contest. But as they locked up together, the ball went over their heads, rolled out of bounds. Player had played on from full back, so there was no free kick. And we have a boundary throw in on this broadcast side. Moyle with a considered height advantage in the ruck there. And the siren goes. Terrific game of football we're witnessing here at the Whitten Oval in the Smithies VFL Round 9 clash between Footscray and the Gold Coast Suns. Siren for half. Jeremy Sharp leads all comers with 20 possessions on his wing. Charlie Constable and James Cheetahs with 19 and 18 possessions respectively, as the umpire comes in to bounce the ball for the start of this second half. Patullo v Moyle. Better contest from Patullo, but the ball comes down to Alex Davies, dragged down in the tackle from Sullivan. Handball goes to Oye. Can't get a handle on the ball on that occasion was James Cheetahs. And we have a contest at ground level. Arthur Jones has been impressive today. He gets the handball out to Nathan Drummond, goes down the line. Didn't have enough penetration on the kick. And a good intercepting mark. Moyle comes at the ball for the Gold Coast Suns. Well done, Crozier. Got front position. Handball comes out. I think that was... Well, the ball's now released on the outside. They go long. Josh Shackey out in the lead here, but it'll come shorter. Ugle Hagen on the left boot, goes deep forward. The ball's off the side. It might favour Gilby here, but the off break goes to Caleb Graham. He's able to mop up. But well done on that occasion by Gilby. Close the space down. Got a smother on the handball. And Footscray will get an opportunity for a boundary throw in deep inside their forward line and a chance to get on the scoreboard early. Ugle Hagen will be disappointed with that kick inside 50. It was a real opportunity to get an early goal. Moyle gets front spot. Shark, his tap out was sharked. A deep ball, Graham v Shackey under the ball. Good crumb by Gilby. Another handball, probably one too many to Sullivan. Ball gets to ground level and the Gold Coast defenders close in, and we will have a ball up about 25 metres, 30 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal. A good start by Footscray. Mac Andrew, handball out to him. Handball comes out on the left foot, across the face of goal. Caleb Graham inside the allowable area, taps the ball through for a behind. And that's the opening score of the second half. Footscray, one behind, moved to 4-4, 28, 7 point. Trailing by 7 points as the ball's transferred through the middle of the ground here. Cheetahs, who's finding the ball at will, gets the handball over to Sandy Brock. They now go deep inside their forward 50. Sam Day's got his name written all over this. Big fly from Day. He's come down hard. He hasn't got up yet, Sam Day, although he looks okay. Ball cleared by Footscray. Good fist from Graham. Rory Atkins with the crumb. A terrific tackle. You can hear the applause from the Footscray bench in front of us. Rory Atkins was wrapped up in that tackle by Sullivan. And we have another bounce, or another ball up. Sullivan, good hands then, clean on that occasion, gets the kick forward. Shackey in front position. That's young Jared Gilby. He's shown some nice traits today, getting to the fore of the ball. He squares the ball. Joel Garner on his left boot gets the ball out to Cody Rack. He's in all sorts of trouble here. Great defensive work by Darcy McPherson. Forced a quick kick. And the possession magnet, Jeremy Misharp. He was looking for the 1-2. But Gold Coast with the extra numbers get the ball in the hands of Jack Bowes. A long handball out onto the outer side now. Darcy McPherson's the extra player. He worked hard from that initial contest. He goes deep in the forward line. Oh, Oye had a chance at taking that mark. Now at ground level. Oh, that's the third opportunity today that Oye's had at ground, or not at ground level. That's his third on the full free kick against from shots at goal. but he's a real live wire. He's been interesting to watch, exciting to watch, but just can't finish his work. So Charlie Parker comes out. Oh, great mark. That's Hayden Crozier. Really great aerial skills. He's been known for that his whole career. And he's got the ball on defensive 50 on the far side of the ground here. Shifts the ball across the ground to Charlie Parker. Sets him a task. And Parker's good enough. Good poise. Although that kick into a nest of Suns. Cody Rack at ground level. Chance here for Oye. That looks like a better shot. But on this occasion, the ball cannons into the behind post. Sloppy work from Footscray in their defensive 50. Missing that kick. And the Gold Coast Suns, they probably should have made more of that opportunity as Charlie Parker brings the ball out from full back. Sam Darcy has shown some nice things, the high draft pick in his second VFL game. His field kicking's very nice for a tall fella. Joel Garner on the left foot. Shifts the ball out wide. Cooper Craig Peters gets the ball to a player I like in Arthur Jones. Jamari Ugle-Hagan on the end of that one on that occasion. A well-weighted kick from Arthur Jones. And Jamari Ugle-Hagan gets an opportunity to convert here some 5 minutes into the third quarter. An opportunity to bring this back to just a 2-point margin. Neat ball use by the Footscray players across that outer side. Arthur Jones, who played some pre-season games for the Western Bulldogs and showed a little bit, can't be far away from making his debut, finds Ugle-Hagan. He goes back, and that's a beautiful kick off the boot. Umpire does not move, and Jamari Ugle-Hagan gets his first goal, and the Bulldogs get the opening goal of this third quarter, an important goal, and they bring the margin back to just a 2-point deficit. 5 goals for 34, Footscray trading the Gold Coast Suns 5-6-36. It's been a seesawing battle on the scoreboard all day, but some very, very fluent ball movement around that outer side by the Footscray players. We mentioned Sam Darcy. It's a beautiful field kick. He's had his hands full in some of his matchups today. Been opposed to Sam Day at times. He's now opposed to Chris Burgess. But when the ball gets in his hands, I think he's 204 centimetres, Sam Darcy. He's a very, very good kick in general play. So again, it will be Patullo in ruck for Footscray versus Moyle. Moyle shields his eyes from the sun. Good bounce from the umpire. Moyle gets his hands on it. Tap out Shark though, and Footscray go forward. At ground level, we see Sullivan diving in. Ewan McPherson gets his hands on the ball, gets a handball up, and the fist goes forward for Footscray. Great work from Sullivan, comes onto the ball, gets the ball across to Joshua Chatfield. He stays strong in the tackle. And without a real clear possession, the Footscray players have managed to force this ball forward for a ball up about 45 metres out from goal on this broadcast side. Moyle v Shackey in the ruck. We get a quick kick out from that stoppage from Footscray. Can't keep the ball in play. It's out on the full. Mac Andrews has made position on the far side. Sam Flanders finds him with a handball, and Andrews goes long looking for Oya on the far wing. Footscray player coming in as the third man up gets a strong fist on the ball. Peeled off his opponent Elijah Hollands on that occasion, and a really good effort on that occasion to get the ball out of bounds. True centre wing, far side of the ground. That was Hayden Crozier with the spoil out of bounds. And we have Moyle v Patullo in this boundary throw-in. No one gets a clear tap. Jeremy Sharp racking up the possessions, gets a quick kick forward. Crozier v Hollands. Hollands did well to stand up in the tackle, got his foot on the ball, but Crozier didn't give up on that, and the ball goes out of bounds on the full, and Footscray will have the opportunity. They're coming right across the face of goal. The ball hangs in the air for a long time. Cody Rack should have been paid that mark. It's got the arms out, asking the umpire why that wasn't a free kick. The head goes back. The Footscray supporters below us not happy with that decision. But it was a risky kick across goal. Sam Day did well to get pressure on the marking contest. And they get an opportunity here, the Gold Coast Suns. Running onto the ball on that occasion was Cheetahs. Flanders grabs the ball, held up in the tackle. And we'll have another ball up. Quick hands at ground level. Davies throws in 2 balks. Charlie Constable goes to square the ball up. Good smother by Ewan McPherson on that occasion. And Chance Daltrey takes the ball out of bounds. Player wearing number 66 for the Bulldogs has been involved a little bit, Daniel Orgill. Moyle gets the tap out. At ground level, Jack Bowes gets his hands on the ball, but under pressure on that occasion from Bromwell Hugo, the ball goes out of bounds, and Sam Darcy brings the ball back in and finds Sullivan. Just working the ball neatly up the boundary line here on that occasion. This is Hugo with the ball. Jack Bowes on the mark. Goes long down the line, looking for Shackey on this occasion, opposed to Mac Andrew. You can hear the players calling Hodgie. He's over the ball on that occasion. Austin Hodge. Good tackle by Davies. Forces a ball up. Moyle v Patullo again. Patullo did well on that occasion. Follows up with a handball at ground level. Quick hands to McPherson. Ewan on this occasion. Charlie Constable can't get a clear possession out of that. That's Orgill gets the ball going forward. Mac Andrews leads the way for the Suns on that occasion. The ball bounces back in. Charlie Constable with yet another possession. Good tackle on that occasion. Should be rewarded. Wasn't. And we've got a scramble at ground level here. Bulldogs going in hard this quarter. Ewan McPherson comes out. Distinctive look on that occasion. Jamari Ugle-Hayden. The ball goes over the back to Shackey. And on that left foot, Shackey's not going to miss from there. That's a good conversion for Footscray. They get their 6th goal. Move to 6 goals, 440. Now take a 4-point lead over the Gold Coast Suns, 5-6-36. Approaching the 11-minute mark of this third quarter. Terrific work from the Footscray players at ground level down here in front of us on the half-forward flank. Ewan McPherson eventually with that shock of blonde hair coming out of the pack, getting a kick to a dangerous position. Jamari Ugle-Hagan able to keep his feet in the marking contest. And Josh Shackey at ground level running onto that ball. Had his name all over it. It was a simple conversion for him on the left foot. And a great goal for Footscray. Shackey caps off that goal by coming into the centre bounce to take the ruck on this occasion against Ned Moyle. He'll have his tail up, Shackey, after that goal. So a great response to start this quarter for Footscray. 4-point lead. Ball bounced down. Shackey v Moyle. Elijah Hollands finds it at ground level. Handball to Sam Flanders. He gets the ball to about 45 metres out from goal. Ball goes over the back. Great desperation from both players on that occasion. Hayden Crozier gets a handball, then goes in for a tackle afterwards. Umpire says, give the ball to me. And we'll have a throw up about 45 metres out from the Gold Coast goal. Shackey gets first hands on that ball on that occasion. Constable, quick hands, but only goes to Arthur Jones. Quick handball to him. Darcy McPherson fighting at ground level. He gets a handball to Mac Andrews. They're shifting the ball backwards. Good pressure from the Footscray players. And they eventually find their way out with a handball. That's young Josh Kellett. Good body work on that occasion. Oh, fantastic play. Well done. Rory Atkins ends up with a handball. But that was Reece Nichols with the good body work in the marking contest. We have a fight at ground level. Doesn't look like the ball will come out on this occasion. And we see the umpire come in to the ball up. Middle of the ground. Seems like the intensity's gone up in this third quarter, particularly from Footscray. Shackey comes in again for the ruck. Bit of aerial ping pong. Shackey gets a quick left foot kick out of the pack. Ugle-Hagan finds front position and follows up, gets a handball which is smothered. Rory Atkins comes through, breaks one tackle. Excellent handball, gets out the ball out to Sam Flanders. Oya finds some space on the far side. A nice neat kick to Darcy McPherson, leading Crozier to the ball, and the Gold Coast Suns able to move the ball up to 60 metres out from goal. Sam Day, the deep target they're looking for here on that occasion. And there he is. Sam Day with a strong body work. Teammate Matt Conroy was competing in front. But that was Sam Day on that occasion. Looks like he's opposed to Luke Goder on that occasion. Didn't look like he was in the prime position. The ball hung up in the air. But a player of Sam Day's experience and his strength showing out on that occasion, managing to take a contested mark on his chest. And he comes in slowly now, looking to convert. Umpire doesn't move. Great kick, great conversion. And the Gold Coast players surround Sam Day. Impressive passage of play for the Gold Coast Suns on that occasion. They needed to respond to the 2 goals to open this quarter from Footscray. And Rory Atkins was probably the key player on that occasion. Found space in traffic across the half-back line. Got a handball out to a teammate who was free. We had Oyar finding McPherson. We got a deep ball inside the forward 50 for the Gold Coast Suns. They had 2 key forwards competing with their direct opponents. And we've spoken about Sam Day, what he brings to the table as an AFL player and at VFL level. And he puts through the goal. And that's Sam Day. That's his second goal. Gold Coast Suns, 6 goals, 642, 2-point lead over Footscray. We see that's Constable coming out of the middle again. The ball comes off the side of the boot. Oh, umpire should pay that. And does. It was Dominic Bedendo competing with Rory Atkins. Just too much force on the hit out of bounds from Bedendo on that occasion. Rory Atkins taking his time with the ball. He's looking for a midfield option or a short option. Too cute on that occasion. Well done, Bedendo. Kept his head in the game. Got a hand on the ball on that occasion, standing on the mark. And both teams get an opportunity to reset here. Boundary throw in on the broadcast side. Just forward of centre to the Gold Coast end. And we have Shaki competing with Conroy in the ruck at the moment. Shaki finds front position. Sullivan comes through the contest. Oh, well, great intercept by Jack Bowes. Elijah Hollands looking for Sam Day on the lead. The ball goes over the back. Burgess comes and meets it. Finds Jeremy Sharp with a long handball. He loves a shot on goal. Jeremy Sharp, and why shouldn't he? Jeremy Sharp with a fantastic goal. Probably the goal of the day here today at the Whitten Oval. And the Gold Coast Suns kick their second goal in 2 or 3 minutes. And they skip away to an 8-point lead. 16 and a half minutes into this third quarter. The Gold Coast Suns, 7 goals, 648. 8-point leaders over Footscray, 6-4-40. And some impressive work from the Gold Coast forwards on that occasion. Elijah Hollands had Sam Day out in the lead. The kick went over the top. And like all good forwards, Chris Burgess came to meet the ball. Knew he had a player on the outside in Jeremy Sharp. It was probably a 20-metre handball. And Sharp putting together a nice little game here today. He's had 23 possessions and a fantastic goal on that occasion. He's a kick-first wingman, and why not when you can kick the ball like that? Back in the middle of the ground, favours Shaki that bounce on that occasion. Umpire calls that back. Matt Conroy taking the ruck for the Gold Coast Suns. Umpire just waiting for players to reset. And throws it up. Shaki does well again. Elijah Hollands moving through the contest nicely. That was a tap from Cheetahs to the favour of Charlie Constable. Oh, beautiful mark. Not paid by the umpire on that occasion. That looks like Cheetahs again. Quick kick forward. Good contest. Players competing at ground level. Just a measured kick on that occasion. Arthur Jones coming in from the side. Not sure that kick was touched, so well done by Arthur Jones to force the ball through for a behind. That takes the Gold Coast Suns to 7 goals, 749. 9-point leaders over Footscray as we tick over the 18-minute mark of this third quarter. Charlie Parker goes straight down the middle with the kick. Bulldogs get their hands on the ball. That was Gilby. No, that was it Gilby on that occasion? But the ball goes forward. Joel Garner with that neat left foot. That's our man, Jared Gilby. Goes with the blind turn, gets a handball going forward. The ball's fed back to Joel Garner on his left foot, should put it to the hot spot. No one wants to go up for the ball. On that occasion, it was Caleb Graham. Great kick back into the centre of the ground. Should be a goal here for the Bulldogs. No, the kick was smothered. That was Chance Daltrey with an opportunity to put a goal on the scoreboard for Footscray. But good defensive work by the Gold Coast Suns, and they get a chance to reset. Footscray go to 6 goals, 5-41. Trailing by 8 points, the Gold Coast Suns 7-7-49. We're at the 19-minute mark of this third quarter. Jack Bowes comes out from fullback, one bounce, and goes long to the wing. Burgess up in the marking contest on that occasion. The ball spills out from the tackle, and the umpire comes in, calls for the ball. There'll be a ball up. Ned Moyle coming in to take the ruck for the Gold Coast Suns. He's unopposed in the ruck on that occasion, does well to get a quick kick on the left foot. Ball bounces up high on the boundary line. Indiscriminate handball on that occasion. That's Sullivan fighting in for the ball. Again, Gold Coast get the handball going forward. Alex Davies, so impressive. That's Constable, gets it back to Davies on the left foot. It's a 2-on-1 on this occasion. Well done by the Gold Coast player on that occasion. That was Malaki Dumar. The ball sits up for Burgess. And he runs onto the ball, kicks the ball off the ground, gets the goal, cannons into the goal post. But when you kick a goal like that, a hit into the goal post doesn't hurt. And a terrific result for the Gold Coast Suns. They move on to 8 goals, 7-55, opening up a 14-point lead over Footscray, 6-5-41. We're 20 and a half minutes into this third quarter. And the Gold Coast, could this be the advantage that breaks this game open? Did very well to get the ball going forward there on that occasion. And Chris Burgess, he's shown himself to be proficient at AFL level. He's got good craft as a forward, coming out of the sandful. Burgess gets his first goal of the day. Bulldogs will be looking to respond here. Have done well out of the centre bounce on that occasion. Joel Garner getting the first possession. There's a race on for the ball. Oh, well done at ground level. Gold Coast come out with the ball. Had the handball on to Hollands, but doesn't take it. Footscray players are appealing for a free kick, saying there was insufficient intent to keep the ball in play. The umpire's not going to pay that one, and we'll have a throw in on that City side wing, the Doug Hawkins wing from years gone by. Gold Coast Suns side of the centre. Well done, Jeremy Sharp, intercepting the short kick on that occasion. Here we go, a chance with the banana kick. At ground level, just falls to the near side. And Gold Coast put another behind on the scoreboard. They're looking dangerous when they get the ball inside 50. Gold Coast move out to a 15-point lead. The Bulldogs bring the ball in. Angus Bade on the end of this short kick. Gives the handball back. Neat kick through the middle of the ground on that occasion. This is Daniel Orgill with the ball. He moves inside, finds a player through the middle of the ground. That's an aggressive kick. Arthur Jones. He's looking to continue going to the far side of the ground. That looks like Patullo competing at ground level. Some happy supporters down in front of us. And I happen to know that that's the fan club of Jack Bowes, cheering about something. We see the ball at ground level in tight here. Surely a no. Umpire is coming in to ball this up. We'll have another stoppage on this far side. 23-minute mark of this third quarter. Should be 3 or 4 minutes left in this quarter. Could be important in shaping the result of this game. Davies comes out from the stoppage. Well tackled by Orgill. The ball stays locked in, and we'll have yet another ball up. Umpire coming in to reset. Moyle in the ruck. He's done so well today, Moyle. Handball from Constable. Out on the overlap is Jeremy Sharp. It's Darcy McPherson running onto the ball at ground level. Brother Ewan McPherson comes in for Footscray. He's going to pay a free kick against the Gold Coast player at ground level then, saying He made no attempt to bring that out. And is this Hayden Crozier with the ball? Yes, it is. He looks short. Risky kick on that occasion. It's a turnover. Davies lowers his eyes and finds Jai Lockett on the lead. That was too easy for Gold Coast. Hayden Crozier may be suffering the effects of that knock. Overcooked the kick. And Jai Lockett now with the opportunity coming in. Man on the mark, probably 42, 43 metres out. He'll kick from 45 or 46. This would be a dagger blow if he could convert on this occasion. Jai Lockett, slow approach. Plenty of distance on the kick, but misses on the near side. Umpire signals one behind. Gold Coast Suns moving to 8 goals 9.57. A 16-point lead over Footscray 6-5-41. They've had some opportunities to put a gap in this game, the Gold Coast Suns, but missing those. Long kick out from full back on that occasion out towards Ugle-Hagan. Mac Andrew. Ball spilled off his hands and out of bounds. Umpire's called a blood rule here on this occasion. Daniel Orgill for Footscray having to come off the ground. Ewan McPherson will come on. Intriguing matchup, that one. Jamara Ugle-Hagan versus Mac Andrew. Both high draft picks, as we mentioned in the first half. Sure to bring a lot of joy to fans of both clubs in the future. Patullo versus Moyle on this occasion. Patullo with a good position at the front. Darcy McPherson gets a high kick inside 50. Sam Day does some great work early in the marking contest. Hayden Crozier trying not to show dissent, saying I touched that before Day marked that. Got his hands behind his back like a schoolboy. Hayden Crozier. Such restraint, not wanting to give away a 50. And Sam Day, his body strength on display on this occasion, is a beautiful kick for goal, Sam Day. This one, his toughest shot of the day, goes across the face of goal. Bulldogs defenders will try and knock that through, and they do. And that's one behind. Charlie Parker going to take the kick in for Footscray. Peppering the goals, Gold Coast Suns here in this third quarter, 26 minutes in. For the second time, Charlie Parker goes straight down the middle of the ground looking for Josh Shackey. Good crumb on that occasion by Joshua Chatfield, but he's held up in the tackle. Umpire will come in and ball this up. Gold Coast Suns, 8 goals 10-58. Moving out to a 17-point lead over Footscray, 6-5-41. Footscray won't want to concede a goal before three-quarter time. Although Ned Boyle gets a free kick out of the ruck here. He's a chance to go deep. Oh, silly handball on that occasion. Should have kicked it, the big fella. Handball to Jack Bowes. And Josh Chatfield was awake to that. Gets the holding the ball free kick. Beautiful kick out on the lead to Jamara Ugle-Hagan. I think he'd wheel around on his left foot. 50-metre penalty on that occasion against Sam Day. I think either Sam Day or Mac Andrew moving off the mark. And what a critical piece of play this could be. A critical 50-metre penalty. Mac Andrews not going to bother going up to the man on the mark. But Jamara Ugle-Hagan goes from a mark about 75, 80 metres out from goal. The 50-metre penalty brings him well into range. Man on the mark 25 metres out, almost directly in front. Converted easily from this spot earlier. Should have no problems with this kick. And he doesn't. Beautiful kick for goal. Jamara Ugle-Hagan, and a much-needed goal for Footscray. They move on to 7 goals 5-47. That goal bringing the margin back to just an 11-point deficit. Gold Coast Suns 8-10-58. Second goal of the game for Jamara Ugle-Hagan. And we spoke about the last few minutes of this third quarter being critical. The Gold Coast Suns missing some opportunities to stretch their lead. Perhaps move it to a match-winning lead. But Footscray responding like a good side. Bring the margin back to 11 points. Approaching the 28.5-minute mark of this third quarter. Can't be too much time left in this before the siren. Moyle again shielding his eyes from the sun for this ball up. Up against Patullo. Again, gets first hands on it, Patullo, but the handball comes out to Sullivan. Footscray go into attack again. Josh Shackey sitting under the ball. It takes a leg break. Jamara Ugle-Hayden runs onto the ball. Geez, he got nice purchase on that left foot snap. Would have been an amazing goal. The ball hung in the air. A little bit of wind coming into play here. And just on the near side, the kick out comes to Charlie Constable. He's got a spare player out in the wing. His Footscray opponent closes the gap then. That was Joshua Chatfield. But the ball comes over the back to O'Yea. He finds a man through the middle of the ground. They're looking to move the ball quickly inside 50 here. Sam Day again. Burgess just pushes his man out of the way. Umpire says illegally on that occasion. A quizzical look from Burgess, who says, I didn't do anything wrong. But the Bulldogs player, that's Cody Rack. And it looks like Footscray are looking to put the cue in the rack in the last moments of this quarter, just possessing the ball. Crozier says, I'm going long down the line as we reach the 30-minute mark of the quarter. Contest on the wing. Sullivan intercepts the handball. Draws a player, gets the handball again. McAndrews closing down. Sullivan gets the ball back, a quick kick. Umpire pays the mark to Joel Garner, who's been prominent this quarter, but again, instructions are to slow it down. He goes to Josh Shackey down the line, pushed under the ball by his opponent on that occasion. There's a fight for the ball at ground level. The Bulldogs are first onto it. Oh, well read by Jamari Ugle-Hagen. Came at the ball. Gold Coast Sun player was going back with the flight, but he read that beautifully off the boot. Jamari Ugle-Hagen, and he'll go back with an opportunity to kick his second goal in the last 3 minutes of this third quarter. A chance to kick his third goal for the game. That would make him the leading goal kicker on the ground, and more importantly, it'd bring this margin back to 4 points, approaching three-quarter time. 45 metres out from goal. Ball looked okay off the boot, but across the face of goal. And eventually out of bounds on the full. So a disappointing conversion, or disappointing shot on goal on that occasion. But they've really responded late in this third quarter. Footscray give themselves a chance going into the three-quarter time break. Rory Atkins with the long kick out of defence. Ball goes over the back of the pack. Handball misses its target. O'Yea competing hard at ground level. Both players dive in on the ball. The umpire's going to say, you dived on it. The free kick's going to go to the Gold Coast Suns. Bulldogs player, Footscray player Angus Bade, the offender on that occasion. Burgess flies in front. Great hands by Chris Burgess against his opponent Cody Rack. Wheels onto the right boot. Great smother by Dominic Bedendo. His second smother of the quarter. He dives on the ball here. Smattering of Gold Coast supporters here. Jack Bowes was the tackler. They look a little bit refreshed, this pack of 5 Gold Coast supporters down here. Getting more boisterous as the game goes on. Moyle against Patullo in the ruck. Patullo grabs it out of the ruck on that occasion. James Cheetah's the man under the pack. Umpire having a good look at this, but he's going to ball it up. Must be approaching siren time. Charlie Constable up to 28 possessions for the Gold Coast Suns. Jeremy Sharp, 25. Sam Flanders with a kick on that occasion that was smothered. James Cheetahs has had 22 possessions for the Gold Coast Suns. Hayden Crozier and Lockie Sullivan leading the way with 20 possessions for Footscray. Sullivan gets another handball on that occasion. The ball comes out to Hugo. A little bit unbalanced as he went to kick that on that occasion, and no surprises, the ball goes out of bounds. A long quarter this one. We're approaching, or we've just ticked over the 33-minute mark. Sam Flanders will take the free kick for the Gold Coast Suns. Umpire says play on. He goes for that familiar target. Oh, Burgess from over the back. Sam Day standing under it. Ball wrapped up at ground level. And the umpire comes in and says, I'll ball it up. So 55 metres out from the Gold Coast goal. 33 and a half minutes into this third quarter. Gold Coast lead by 10 points. Moyle gets the tap. Darcy McPherson with a high tackle. Cooper Craig Peters, the man who will receive the free kick. getting instructions to slow the ball down, that there's 1 minute left. Footscray coach on the headsets telling him that. And there we have the siren for three-quarter time. Entertaining game, this one. 33 minutes and 47 seconds that quarter. We go into the three-quarter time break. Gold Coast Suns, 8 goals, 10, 58. They have a 10-point lead over Footscray and his bike from Manaliza over the Westgate to come and watch Gold Coast Suns. Ned Moyle starts this last quarter in the ruck against Josh Patullo. Ewan McPherson, being a good player today, gets a handball to Sullivan. Sullivan gets a quick kick forward, follows up and gets a secondary kick. The ball goes deep and Caleb Graham dominates that marking contest with Josh Shackey. Finds the ball in the hands of Jack Bowes, and a beautiful mark by Ned Moyle. It's really showing something as a young ruckman, Ned Moyle. He goes long down the outer side. Burgess flies over the top of Hayden Crozier. Ball spills to the ground level. Wrapped up in the tackle is the Footscray player. And the umpire comes in to ball it up. 40 seconds into this last quarter. Moyle again gets another hit out. Sam Flanders at ground level. Tackled on that occasion by Sullivan. He's been a willing competitor, Sullivan, not only today, but for the last few years for the Western Bulldogs VFL team, that being Footscray. And we have a boundary throw in right in front of the old opposition coach's box where that was located on the Doug Hawkins wing. Moyle gets the ball down to the front of the pack. Sullivan tackles, gives away a free kick on that occasion. And the ball is in the hands of Sam Flanders. He looks short to Charlie Constable, overcooks the kick. Ewan McPherson reads the play well, gets a handball to his skipper on that occasion. His handball's smothered. Constable gets a quick kick, another smother back the other way from Ewan McPherson. He's a willing competitor. Rory Atkins gets the ball inside 50. Oh, wow. A ball carried. I thought it was Sam Darcy on that occasion was going to intercept the ball. But the kick had plenty of carry. And a man we've spoken about, he poses a serious threat up forward. Sam Day comes out to meet the ball. And at the 2-minute mark of this final quarter, Sam Day comes in to convert from 35 metres out from goal, almost directly in front. Normally a very reliable shot for goal. And this is no different. And he converts. Sam Day gets the important opening goal of this final quarter. Gold Coast Suns move to 9 goals, 10, 64. Opening up a 16-point break on Footscray. 7 goals, 6, 48. Footscray coaches would be disappointed with that. No doubt the opening goal of this last quarter was going to be crucial. We saw a tough piece of play on the outer side of the ground. I thought the ball was going to cross the boundary line and go outside. But Gold Coast Suns players staying alert. And eventually, I think it was Atkins on that left foot. Got a kick to a dangerous position, and Sam Day reading the ball beautifully, getting some separation on his Footscray defender. And he converts. He's now the leading goal kicker on the ground with 3. And a beautiful tap and clearance on this occasion from the Gold Coast Suns. Moyle to Flanders to Constable. Ball found at ground level by Burgess up forward. Sam Day runs onto the ball. Handball back. Player can't get a handle on that. They're still in the game here. Gold Coast Suns get it out to Rory Atkins. And Rory Atkins on his left foot. Footscray players are calling for the goal review. Obviously doesn't happen at this level. But they're saying the ball was touched, and they've managed to convince the field umpire that it was indeed touched. That's a critical call on that occasion. The ball went through the goals. Hayden Crozier is called to go long down the middle of the ground, and he does so. Patullo runs under the ball. On that occasion, Austin Hodge was the player keeping his eye on the ball. He's looking for options going forward. He doesn't have too many. Shifts the ball wide on the wing. Finds a teammate in space on that occasion. But if he looks up, all he can see is Gold Coast Suns defenders well positioned. He's now going long looking for Josh Shackey or Ugle Hagen. McAndrew pushed out of the way but comes back on the ball. Good pressure at ground level by the Footscray players on that occasion, but a handball intercepted. And Sam Day again, he's the outlet kick. Called to play on. Oh, that's a beautiful kick from Sam Day. Finds Darcy McPherson. Should have given the handball to James Cheetahs, but they've got players loose everywhere here, the Gold Coast. Elijah Holland stands under the ball strongly. No, on that occasion it's Reece Nichols. Too much space in the forward line. Bulldogs defenders, Footscray defenders couldn't cut that off. And it's these two key forwards that are causing problems. Sam Day pushing up the ground on that occasion to be at the outlet kick from defence. And now we see Chris Burgess. Plenty of space in front of him on the lead, then a forward's dream, and he gets the opportunity to convert on this occasion. Umpire has a good look at this, just across the face of goal. That's a let-off for Footscray on that occasion. Gold Coast Suns move to 9 goals, 12-66. An 18-point lead over Footscray, 7 goals, 6-48. The 5.5 minute mark of this final quarter. Looks like the Footscray are shaping to go long down the middle of the ground. Charlie Parker. Oh, great leap. That's Burgess. That's the mark of the day. And he'll pump the ball back inside, forward 50 for Gold Coast. Crozier comes across the front of the pack. Day, here's my man. There he is. Sam Day gives a handball to Hawago Pauloye, and on this occasion, with the banana kick underground, he's able to convert for his first goal on the day. Critical passage of play by the Gold Coast Suns on that occasion. They now get out to a 4-goal lead, and they're really putting the pressure on Footscray here. This could be a match-winning lead. Let's go back to that long kick out of full back. Charlie Parker, the big kick down the middle. Chris Burgess, the last man in line, gets the big ride, the big specky. Didn't rest on his laurels though. He pumped that ball back inside 50 very quickly. Sam Day finding the ball, and a quick handball to the man who's been an excitement machine today, Hawago Pauloye, former Papua New Guinea international footballer. And a 4-goal lead here for the Gold Coast Suns. Could this be the match-winning break? Patullo gets his hands on the ball on that occasion. Sullivan kicks the ball forward. At ground level, players competing for the ball. Gold Coast Suns defender leads away. Professionally fumbles that ball over the line on that occasion with Sandy Brock. But the ball down the right end for the Footscray supporters, Footscray players. Josh Shackey will take this throw in, 45 metres out from the Footscray goal. Moyle late into that contest, moved through the traffic really well on that occasion was Josh Chatfield. Chance Daltrey has a flying shot on goal, but it's across the face of goal. Mac Andrew standing under that, choosing to let the ball go out of bounds. And in that casual, laconic style of his, he finds a teammate, Sam Flanders, out near the defensive 50. Flanders goes short. Now they're going to shift the ball back. That was Rory Atkins. He's going back to Mac Andrew. Finds Caleb Graham out here. He's got Jack Bowes if he wants him short. The Bowes fan club in front of me are not watching at this occasion, so no raw for Jack Bowes. But he finds Alex Davies. Still inside defensive 50, the Gold Coast Suns. Flanders again. So this is the 5th or 6th kick. He shifts the ball wide to Jack Bowes. He's got plenty of space in front of him. Got help on the shepherd from Mac Andrew, although the ball is spilled. Terrible mistake by the Gold Coast player on that occasion. Frustratingly for Footscray, the kick inside 50 missed Jamara Ugle-Hagan. Also had Josh Shackey free in the goal square, an opportunity lost on that occasion for Footscray. And a pretty messy piece of play from the Gold Coast Suns. Controlled the ball with 5 or 6 kicks, going back and forth across defensive 50. But turning it over in a very dangerous position. Umpire off the ball here has blown his whistle. And we don't really know what's happening. So there's been a free kick awarded to Jamara Ugle-Hagan on this occasion. but the free kick was against a Gold Coast player in the centre of the ground. I've got some sense that maybe Hawago Pauloye gave away a free kick for dissent. But nonetheless, Footscray offered a gift here. And that is a perfect shot on goal. A perfect conversion from Jamara Ugle-Hagan. Goal umpire did not move a millimetre. And so Footscray get a goal back, probably against the run of play. A very fortunate free kick. That goal takes Footscray to 8 goals, 654. Bringing the deficit back to 18 points. Gold Coast Suns, 10 goals, 12, 72. Like all good forwards, Ugle-Hagan was there on the spot to take the free kick. And why wouldn't you when you can convert on goal like he did on that occasion? So 10.5 minutes into this final quarter. A glimmer of hope for Footscray as they bring the margin back to 3 goals. We see Shackey up against Ned Moyle in the ruck on this occasion. Moyle gets his hands first down to Elijah Hollands. Feigns to kick, gets a handball out wide to Rory Atkins. Atkins looking for Conroy there. Kick goes over his head though on that occasion. And a terrific intercept mark. That might have been Cody Rack back there. Shift the ball wide across their defensive 50. The ball's in the hands of Nathan Drummond. He's looking for an option. Charlie Parker offers a wide option, but he goes looking, well, that's a dangerous kick. Looking for Captain Sullivan. Rory Atkins first to react. Sullivan does well there to wrap up his opponent. I think both players in the end were happy for that ball to go out of bounds. It's about 65 metres out from the Gold Coast Suns goal. Josh Shackey in the ruck here against Ned Moyle. Moyle been dominating these stoppages, but Shackey does well on that occasion. Gets the ball down. Alex Davies with a tackle on. Footscray player furiously punching at the ball to tell the umpire he was making an attempt. That was Joel Garner. Another stoppage. Garner gets his hands on the ball again with that trusty left boot. Kicks the ball out on the far wing. Little kick on goal here. Ball put out in front of Jamara Ugle-Hagan. He'll back himself here, will he? Oh, well done by the Gold Coast player. That was a foot race. And Jeremy Sharp on the end of a nice outlet kick. And there's my man, Hawago Pauloye. Shifts the ball back. Ball in the hands of Jez McLennan. He shifts the ball back to Caleb Graham. Graham was the player in that one-on-one contest with Ugle-Hagan on that occasion. McAndrew, well, executes maybe the worst kick we've seen at VFL level this year. Tried to go on his left foot. If he had the protractor out, that would have gone at 90 degrees sideways. Not a highlight he'll want to see in the review. The Bulldogs bring the ball back to Captain Sullivan. Lachlan Sullivan, he's got the ball about 60 metres out from goal. Oh, on that occasion, Shackey came out in the lead. I thought young Jai Lockett had a chance to intercept the ball on that occasion, but a well-weighted kick. And Josh Shackey, man on the mark, Mac Andrews, it'd be 43, 44 metres out. Came into the AFL as a beautiful set shot for goal, Josh Shackey. I still think he's a beautiful converter, and he'll need to if he wants to bring Footscray back to within 2 goals. Again, making the goal umpire's job easy. That's straight through the middle. And that's consecutive goals for Footscray here in this last quarter. They're coming with a rush. Footscray, they move on to 9 goals, 660. Bringing the margin back to 12 points. Gold Coast Suns, 10 goals, 12, 72. We're at the 14-minute mark of this final quarter, and this game's not over yet. So Shackey with a great conversion. A nice kick inside 50 from Lockie Sullivan. And making no mistakes with Shackey, backing up the Ugle-Hagan goal before. 15 scoring shots, Footscray to Gold Coast 22, but only 2 goals the difference. Conroy in the ruck for Gold Coast, comes up against Patullo. A 1-2 with Flanders, goes out wide. Rory Atkins standing under it, but that was Jared Gilby keeping his feet. The ball's forced out wide. Darcy McPherson feeds the ball back. Great smother on that occasion. Here come Footscray again. Can they get the handball? They have. Sullivan on the outside. Jamari Ugle-Hagen's got a one-on-one with Caleb Graham. Here we go. Well done, Graham. Kept his feet. Got the spoil on. Handball comes over the top. Jeremy Sharp, like all good wingmen, held his shape on that occasion. Takes one bounce on this broadcast wing. Goes short looking for Elijah Hollands. Under intense pressure from Hayden Crozier, but had the hands out in front of the eyes. Good mark, Elijah Hollands. Took that like a good player. Shocking kick off the boot. It was like a Damien Fleming outswinger. Umpire's going to pay this a free kick against. Hugo just sat on the ball on that occasion. And Malaki Dumas gets the free kick. He goes long looking for Burgess in a one-on-one contest. Sam Darcy comes across the front. McPherson with a beautiful crumb. Has one bounce. Shepherd from Elijah Hollands. 2 bounces. Here goes McPherson. The check side to finish. Darcy McPherson. Put that one on the highlights reel. Does he look back at his brother Ewan and say, that gives me one up over you, Ewan? And here's the boyish Gold Coast Suns crowd down below me. Mark Butler travelling all the way from Mount Eliza. Wayne Bowes, father of Jack Bowes. But it's not about the crowd here today. That was a fantastic goal by Darcy McPherson. Finished third in the Gold Coast Suns AFL Best and Fairest only 2 or 3 years ago. Signed a long-term deal on the back of that. He's been in and out of the side over the last 18 months. But what a great crumb. And the poise to take a bounce. Got a shepherd from Elijah Hollands. And what a great finish. Patullo and Conroy go at it in the middle. Competing at ground level. The handball comes out to Charlie Constable. He feeds the ball wide to Jeremy Sharp. He'll look to go long. Sharp normally likes to drive the ball deep into the forward 50. Does so on this occasion, gives it plenty of air. Bedendo intercepting for Footscray on this occasion. Scoreboard shows Gold Coast 11 goals 12, 78. 18-point leaders over Footscray, 9 goals 6, 60. There's a risky kick from Bedendo. Ducking under the tackle and getting a kick away was Joshua Chatfield. The ball tapped on intelligently. Held up in the tackle on that occasion. Jack Bowes comes onto the ball, finds Elijah Hollands out wide. He'll go deep here. Goes over Burgess's head. Darcy McPherson is the Gold Coast player in that marking contest, but Cody Rack intercepts. Good defensive work by Cody Rack on that occasion. But 18 minutes into this final quarter, it's the Gold Coast Suns who are winning the crucial balls there. On that occasion, Footscray had a chance to go forward. A great tackle. I missed the player who laid that tackle, but Bowes then able to find Hollands. Would have liked a deeper kick more centrally on that occasion, Hollands. But Conroy gets the tap out here. We've got Oyar running onto the ball, a chance on that occasion. But Dendo gets the clearing kick for Footscray. McAndrews comes to the ball. Knocked out of the marking contest. Bowes gets the crumb at ground level. Caleb Graham finds the ball on the edge of the wing on that occasion. He comes forward. The ball gets to Jez McLennan. Ned Moyle would have liked to have done better in that marking contest. Cody Rack finds the ball at ground level. And Footscray come away with the ball. Joshua Chatfield should draw the man on this occasion. Young Jared Gilby gets the ball. Handball goes back to Sullivan. He's got a spare player approaching the forward 50. Brings the ball back across his body. Well done, Joel Garner. Presenting as an option. And he marks the ball. Man of the mark will be 45 metres out from goal. He'll just be inside the 50-metre mark when he comes in and takes this kick. He's a neat left-footer, Joel Garner. Good side to be coming in on as a left footer. 3 goals down here, approaching 20 minutes, Garner. He needs to convert. Geez, they're kicking well in this final quarter. Umpire again. Doesn't have to do much work. That ball's gone straight through. And approaching the 20-minute mark of this last quarter, the Bulldogs move to 10 goals, 666. Again, they bring the margin back to 2 goals, trailing by 12 points. Gold Coast, 11 goals, 12, 78. The clock ticking over 20 minutes. Thought that the Gold Coast Suns had put a match-winning lead on the board with that Darcy McPherson goal. But again, a glimmer of hope for Footscray. Josh Patullo in the ruck here against Ned Moyle. A critical centre bounce clearance coming up. Who can get their hands on the ball? Bromwell Hugo coming into the centre square for Footscray. Patullo competes. Oh, quick hands then. Constable ends up on the ball. It was Elijah Hollands who got his hand on it initially. Ball goes over the back of the pack. Cody Rack, gives the ball to a teammate in all sorts of trouble. Umpire, though, says the tackle was high. And Josh Kellett, another famous Footscray name, gets a chance to bring the ball out of defensive 50. He goes long to the outer side looking for Josh Shackey. Good body work. Oh, no, the umpire said that was a 2-grabber. Shackey looks nonplussed, but it was a 2-grabber. The second grab was over the boundary line. So boundary throw in, Gold Coast Suns side of centre. Moyle versus Patullo in the ruck. Moyle gets the tap out. That's Constable again at the front of the pack. He gets the kick, but Cody Rack, who's shown some nice intercepting skills as a defender, gets the ball across to Hayden Crozier. Oh, he's taken a risky kick. Hayden Crozier looking for Charlie Parker. And Hawago Paul Oye showing electric foot speed today. He's actually shown some really good game sense. Read that kick from Crozier, intercepted, and he gets a chance to kick his second goal. Can understand Crozier taking a risk at the 22-minute mark of this last quarter, but that was just too risky. And Oye, in he comes. Umpire doesn't move. Kicks his second goal, Oye, and pushes the margin back out to 18 points. It might be a too big a mountain to climb here for Footscray. Gold Coast Suns, 12-12, 84. Footscray, 10 goals, 6-66. That's the second goal for Oye. He's been an impressive player today. He's had 5 or 6 shots on goal. Missed a couple of set shots early in the game, kicking them out in the full. But he's really found his feet at this level. And probably a disappointing goal to concede for Footscray. They were pressing. There was still plenty of time left in this game. But they've now got a 3-goal deficit to chase Footscray. Moyle gets his hands on the ball again. Sullivan gets a quick kick out of the middle. Running onto the ball and getting a handball on that occasion was Cooper Craig Stevens. Jack Bowes finds a ball with poise as always. Finds Oye out to Jeremy Sharp. Jeremy Sharp, Sam Day with a tap over the top. That was intelligent by Day, out of position in the marking contest. Ball goes to ground level. Gets his hands on it again. Sam Day coming in to meet the ball at ground level. Good contest by both players. There'll be a stoppage about 30 metres out for goal for the Gold Coast Suns. It's at the wrong end of the ground if you're a Footscray supporter. Ned Moyle comes in to take the hit out. Joel Garner gets a left foot kick out wide. Mac Andrew runs onto the ball. Jeremy Sharp does a 1-2 with Andrew. Kicks it back in the centre of the ground. Finds Jez McLennan. McLennan's got a free player. Right on the 50 is Sam Flanders. If he's smart here, Flanders, he'll feign that he can make the distance. But no. Looks for a player short. Finds Hollands. Hollands does well to fend off. Then a high kick here in a 1-on-1 Well done by both players on that occasion. Bowes finds the ball at ground level. Handball over the top. Quick kick comes in from Malaki Dumas. Good intercept mark deep in the defensive goal square on that occasion. Bulldogs will need to move the ball quickly. Moves into the pocket. Finds Charlie Cormack, who kicked 2 early goals. He'll want to take a risk here, Cormack. Can't be too long left. He finds Cody Rack. Rack plays on, goes long down the line. Caleb Graham in prime position here. Free kick. Goes to Josh Shackey for a push in the back. He'll want to move it quickly. Gold Coast have numbers deep, which is why he's hesitating. He's just going to kick to a spare defender if he goes long. Goes back defensively in his fifth defensive 50. Yes, that's a free kick. Burgess taking the player out on that occasion. That's Angus Bade. Pushes across, finds Cormack. They've spread the ball wide. Should be Nathan Drummond on the end of this, but they've got to take a risk here, Footscray. They've got to play on, move the ball quickly, bring it inside the corridor if they can. Goes long down the line. Plenty of tall timber competing for this one. At the back of the pack, the ball comes to ground. Footscray player jumping through there. Is that Joel Garner? There's a 2-on-1 in the square here. Bedendo over the back. Shades of Liam Pickham in the 2016 grand final. He runs onto the ball and kicks the easiest of goals and brings the margin back to 12 points. 26 minutes and 5 seconds gone in this last quarter. Dominic Bedendo, the player who's shown us some potential highlights today. 2 huge marks he went for early in this game and couldn't complete. But on that occasion, some really neat work at ground level by Joel Garner. They always had the numbers. You don't often see a 2-on-1 marking contest in a goal square favouring the forwards. But on that occasion, Bedendo read the ball nicely, jumping over the top. And again, brings the margin back to 2 goals. Can Footscray get the next goal and make a game of this? Must get a centre clearance here. Ned Moyle's been dominant in the centre bounces. Patullo goes up. Moyle gets his hands on it again. Alex Davies spreading from the centre bounce. A short kick. Tap goes over to Elijah Hollands. First give handball. Fantastic to Oye. Oye finds Jeremy Sharp on the outside where he's been all day. Feigns a kick. Has a shot at goal. Jeremy Sharp. Sam Day under the ball. Oh, he gets a kick. Couldn't force the ball over on that occasion, the Footscray defenders. And Sam Day stands up in the tackle. And a very simple kick, 1 or 2 metres out from goal. And that looks to be the killer blow. That should be the game breaker. Sam Day with goal number 4. He's been such a huge presence in this second half. There was plenty of players under that long ball into the square. Sam Day, we've spoken about his body strength, his experience, his ability in the air. Couldn't take the mark on that occasion, but his strength in staying alive in the contest, standing up in that tackle. Ball bounce again, Moyle again. A repeat of the last centre bounce. Alex Davies comes out with an indiscriminate kick, Sharp on the outside. Good spoil by Arthur Jones. Got some neat tricks with the fancy footwork. Kicks the ball up the line, finds a teammate, 2 grabs on the ball. That was Chance Daltrey. The ball's going to come back the other way. Darcy McPherson feigns a handball. Then finds Elijah Hollands in the middle of the ground. Oye at 50 metres out. He doesn't have the distance, but he's going to pass the ball off. Don't know what happened on that occasion. Darcy McPherson busted a gut then, running back with the flight of the ball, but Burgess coming shoulders out at the footy was always going to get that ball. Called dibs on it, if you can do that in footy. Key forwards, and he'll go back, put the icing on the cake on this occasion. Or he won't. Misses to the near side. He'll be disappointed with that. But the classical handy point, that takes Gold Coast out to a 19-point lead. Crozier with the kick in. Always going to go down the middle in this scenario. Whoa! There's almost hands in the back. McAndrew gets on the end of the ball. Gold Coast with numbers behind the ball here on that occasion. Jez McLennan taken down in a huge tackle by Chance Daltrey. And they defended that well, the Gold Coast Suns. Footscray compressed the ground, brought all their players up to halfway. They were a chance if the ball got over the back, but defended well. He's been a colossus in the ruck today, Ned Moyle. Charlie Parker misses the ball. Sam Flanders gets it to Sam Day. The short kick comes on to Burgess. The early leap got separation on his opponent, Charlie Parker. And we must be approaching siren time here. Plenty of back slaps and encouragement from the Gold Coast players around the ground. Few players going down with cramp in back play. Ned Moyle pretending he has to do his shoelace up so he gets a rest. But Chris Burgess, the weight of talent showing out here today with 20 AFL-listed Gold Coast Suns playing. Burgess can compete at AFL level. Sam Day can. He has a shot at goal. Umpire with that beautiful arch at the back as the ball sails over his head. And it's a really good finish to this game from the Gold Coast Suns. Chris Burgess kicks his second goal. He's kicked 2 goals, 3 today, Burgess. Done his chances of AFL selection, no harm. Got some players in front of him at AFL level. Marbia Chol. Big Levi Casbolt. And they're going well at AFL level. 4 wins and 5 losses, the Gold Coast Suns, but got some real depth developing at VFL level. So we go to the scoreboard. 14-13, 97 Gold Coast. 31 minutes, 31 and a half minutes. They've got a 25-point lead over Footscray. Garner gets the kick out of the centre bounce, goes wide. Reece Nichols leads in the race of the ball. Gilby chasing him. Jeremy Sharp always there as an overlap. Gets the handball back to Caleb Graham. A high kick, probably further inboard than he would have liked. Jack Bowes with the crumb. He kicks the ball wide. Sam Day leaving the race for the ball. That was Cody Rack on that occasion. Sullivan, Arthur Jones, back to Josh Kellett. The ball at ground level inside forward 50. Well done, Rory Atkins. Showing some good form, Rory Atkins. That's been a positive. Good spoil from behind. Atkins goes again. They got players on the outside. Cheetahs with the ball now. Looks like Daniel Cross, not the quickest player across the ground. Handball over to Atkins. Daltrey gets the ball. Handball wide. Comes to Dominic Bedendo. The outlet kicks are all covered. Umpire calls play on that occasion. A wobbly kick. Reacts well to that ball. Good mark on that occasion. Austin Hodge. He's got Shacky deep. Gets the ball over the top of Mac Jones. But the siren sounds before that marking contest. 32 minutes, 58 second last quarter. All credit to the Gold Coast Suns. They run out 25-point winners here at Whitten Oval in the Smithy